I mean, with Luton when they faced the likes of Chelsea and obviously Manchester City, the champions, do you think that could be the biggest mismatch we've seen in the Premier League?
Well, in terms of...
Because we've seen a fair few over the years.
In terms of finances, but that presumes that Chelsea are good, which I think is a massive assumption.
But not just Chelsea, but other big sides like Luton are. They seem to be the kind of most extreme minnow we've seen in the Premier League in recent seasons. Now, I know other fans of other clubs would say, "Oh, well, hang on, what about us?" But the story about Luton and the stadium really is also something that we're looking at.
Was Brentford not kind of up there with them?
Possibly, but they had their house in order, and also when they went up, it was after a few times, and they
probably wouldn't.
You're building towards it.
Exactly. You look at some of the players they had as well. Immediately, Ollie Watkins was picked off, and Said Benrahma, and maybe one or two others. Whereas Luton,
I can't imagine Brentford signing Tim Krul. That's not a good sign.
They're a goalkeeper down now, though.
But
they've missed out.
But honestly, I've not seen enough of Luton in the Championship last season. Like they, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I think.
Good luck to them.
I think the fact that they're not spending ridiculous amounts of money, it's just the sensible thing to do.
Yeah.
And you've seen like clubs that have flourished from that sort of model. I suppose Burnley are the most obvious one before they got leverage buyouted. I think they're going about it the right way.
But could you also see a situation though where, like, if they do what they did against Brighton and just like pump the ball long to Carlton Morris, based on like, I know they're different players, but based on how like Mikel Antonio pushed around some of those Chelsea defenders, I don't know, something could happen there.
Yeah, and is that...
But you almost have to embrace, like, we're going to...
I'd love you to ask Rob Edwards that. Just, Rob, question here for Vithushan Ehantharajah, ESPN. If you just pump it forward to the big man, do you think something could happen there?
They did that against Brighton.
Yeah,
like, I know Chelsea
and it didn't work, really.
No, it didn't, but like... I don't know. Why not? Because based on what happened last week.
I know you're a big advocate of the long ball generally.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love it.
It's a lovely throwback.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, though. I mean, look, you said a moment ago that it's a bit of a free hit for Luton. And I think that actually, with that in mind, Andy, it's because of the journey they've had, I think it is wise that they don't suddenly start spending ridiculous amounts. Oh, we've got to stay in the Premier League. Of course you want to stay in the Premier League. But don't do it at the potential expense of the club's finances and the future of the club.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just the names by which we're judging this at the moment. Because, of course, they got hammered at Brighton, but Brighton are way better than Chelsea at the moment.
Yeah.
They have been for a while now. You know, that's not something new. And until Chelsea can get together something approximating a team, which they're not close to at the moment, rather than just a collection of players. Why should we believe in Chelsea? Why should we say, oh, this is like Chelsea of 3 years ago or 4 years? It's not. It's absolutely not. They've got nothing to be scared of. And more to the point, the reason you get promoted to the Premier League is to enjoy it. To say, yes, we're playing away at Chelsea. Yes, we're playing Manchester City. Let's not take that away from them. But just sitting there and going, oh, they're going to get beaten 10. They're not going to get beaten 10-0.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people are looking at Chelsea is, as I said previous weeks, is they're looking at the manager. And to try and get some kind of balanced formula, starting 11 with all those players that they've got, it's very, very tricky. But Pochettino in the press conferences, he's been very eloquent, and I'd forgotten how kind of charming and charismatic he was actually. And it's lovely to have him back in the Premier League
for these couple of months.
Do you just give him a couple of months there, or do you think, or
it's
is
Chelsea? I mean, the thing is, Pochettino would be the perfect coach to take over this project.
Gone by Christmas, Andy? Can we nail you down on that?
Well, I'm not against that.
Oh, okay, that's it.
I'm not against that as a point of view.
A big prediction.
It's Chelsea.
Okay.
It's Chelsea. Like
you sound like that fan who was outside the ground. Remember that time? It's Chelsea, yeah?
There's no song involved.
Okay.
The thing is, in any other sensible situation, you think of this munge of players is going to take time.
Munge.
And that's exactly what he's not going to get because it's Chelsea.
Definitely the first time munge has ever been used in the Ramble.
Yeah, I like that.
That was a big drum and bass thing, wasn't it? In the late 90s.
Yeah, Andy, you and I know that.
Beat munging.
You listen to Peter Crouch's podcast?
I'm going to say, Andy, if someone said to you, someone walked up to me in the street and go, do you want to have a little beat munge? I'd be a bit like, I don't know, get away from me, you foul creature.
If you say anything, if you walk up to someone in the street and say anything, it's going to be dodgy, isn't it?
If you come up to someone and say hello, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking hell, what
Yeah.
does he
You
want?
want someone to go, Nando's?
Not everybody lives in London. Some people do talk to each other in the
That's
street.
true. That's
you
true.
know.
Yeah.
And those
And they're
people
all-
need to be stopped.
And they're all weirdos. don't
Yeah.
they? You stay here.
And every now and again, they come to London and try and have a word with us. Stay out.
Cheers for watching another fantastic clip from the Football Ramble podcast. Make sure you click like on this video and subscribe to the channel, which means you will not miss a single upload.